The passengers are now safe. Shift focus now to the big story that we're getting to you tonight on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, yet again, Pakistan's attempt to hoodwink the FATF. A few weeks ago on This Is Exclusive, we actually showed you the tactics that was basically employed by the Pakistanis in terms of movement of the terror bases in Pakistan. Now, there is a new terror tactic that has been employed. Recruitment of women. This comes with the direct blessing of Jaish chief Masood Azhar. In fact, family members of Masood Azhar is also involved in this entire recruitment process that has been carried out. And this time, women are essentially being targeted. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on This Is Exclusive, we're going to take you through the details of what is being called as the Tufat al-Muminat. It's an online jihadi course that has been started by the Jaish-e-Mohammed to recruit women. In fact, Masood Azhar's sisters, as well as Omar Farooq, the man who carried out the Pulwama attack, his wife are going to be part of this women brigade. Each participant or each recruit has to pay 500 Pakistani rupees. And it turns out that this is yet another attempt that has been made by the Pakistanis to hoodwink the FATF by saying that these are online courses that are being done. But remember, these courses are essentially being done by a UN designated terror group, that is the Jaish-e-Mohammed. First, take a look at this detailed report and then we bring in our experts on the story.
Pakistan's new terror tactic, Jaish-e-Mohammed has launched an online course under the guise of religious teachings. The course titled Tufat al-Muminat is being projected as a faith-based learning program, but behind it lies a strategic plan to expand Jaish's women's wing, Jamaat-ul-Muminat. The online module is an attempt to indoctrinate women and recruit them into Jaish ranks. Recruitment is set to begin on November 8th, with Jaish terrorist Masood Azhar's sister Sadia and Samaira Azhar fronting the program. Under the pretext of a donation, participants are asked to pay 500 Pakistani rupees and fill out detailed personal information forms. This is just a clear shift in Pakistan's terror module, from guns and camps to keyboards and chat rooms, using digital cover-ups to revive terror networks. As Pakistan tries to disguise its new terror brigade, the world is once again reminded that the epicenter of terror is now masking its agenda behind a digital veil.
Tonight on This Is Exclusive, we have General Shokin Chauhan. Thank you very much, General Chauhan, for joining us on this broadcast. Tonight on This Is Exclusive, we are uncovering yet another attempt that has been made by the Pakistanis to hoodwink the FATF. As we understand, General Chauhan, this time an online donation campaign is being started. Help us understand, what's this new terror tactic of the Pakistanis?
Shwin, thank you for calling me to your show. It's a very serious situation. Actually, during our retaliation in Op Sindoor, what we had destroyed the Bahawalpur headquarters of Muhammad Maulana Asad. And because we destroyed that, he lost almost everything. And he is now hiding somewhere in Gilgit-Baltistan or Balochistan. He be probably hiding there. Now, it's obvious that his group has been hit very hard by us. And they are looking for different kinds of recruits. They're looking for fundraising. And this is the only way they find they can do some fundraising. So his sisters, Samaira, she's the main head of this. She has been spearheading this issue about training and indoctrinating the wives of the terrorists and the indoctrinated jihadis. So this is her idea, and this is how they've started it. An online course, they're paying 500 Pakistani rupees, an online donation, so that they can restart. But the main idea is, Shwed, is that we have hit them very, very hard, and we will continue to hit them hard. This is a movement that was natural. It was a situation that was very natural, that would have happened sometime or the other. The movement from jihad to keyboards, from Kalashnikov to keyboards, is a movement that's going to take place. Pakistan is not only training these jihadis, it is going in a very, very big manner in bringing in these jihadi crypto warriors. So the future attacks on us would not just be physical attacks, would not just be attacks on our population, would also be attacks on our infrastructure, on our cyber, on everything. So we should expect that these Pakistan army assisted jihadi warriors are going to be hitting us in every possible manner. And we must be very careful about this. They're using this to indoctrinate the women. Women are the least suspected targets, and they also have the ability to get away or to get away undetected. So in many ways, they're moving to a new form. But this was only natural. And I can tell you, Shwen, that we are absolutely clear about the fact how this is moving, and we're being very careful. I'm sure our establishment is being very careful in dealing with these people, and we're going to be further careful in how we deal with the women who are involved in this particular kind of jihadi crimes.
Jen Chauhan, this appears to have been modeled on the lines of ISIS and Hamas, which has been running a women terror brigade. From your understanding, someone who has seen very closely counterintelligence and has handled issues like this, I want to understand from you, what's the aim here? Because this is a departure from what we have seen in the past. Jaish-e-Mohammed now recruiting women, Lashkar-e-Toiba recruiting women, modeling it completely to that of ISIS and Hamas. It seems that something is brewing right now.
You're right, Shwen. I told you that. It's a movement that is taking the course of the system. You see, what is happening is that this war, like ISIS did, this war is moving into the cybersphere. And the Pakistani jihadis are only taking advantage of that. The Pakistani army has, over the last many years, been training these jihadi crypto warriors to attack India and to continuously attack India on all forms, in all fronts. So not only are they doing it physically, they're doing it cyber. They're doing it in every possible manner. They're doing it to try and change the loyalties of our population, of a certain sector of our population. They're doing online, just as the ISIS did. They're doing online recruitment. They're doing online indoctrination. So this is a movement that these jihadi warriors have taken from there, and this is a very dangerous phase, because now we come to a point at which we may not know who is indoctrinated and who is not, because they're obviously doing it over apps or undetected apps. And we may not know, and this could sort of trigger lone warrior, lone jihadi attacks on us, on people we don't know. Normally our intelligence keeps great check on people who are trying this, but through this particular way, they're trying to involve different sections of our population to indoctrinate them, and then finally to convince them to attack the infrastructure of India.
Shokin Chauhan, thank you very much for joining us and making your debut on This Is Exclusive. Thank you very much for putting this into perspective. Something brewing, but our eyes are on every possible development that's taking place in Pakistan. A clear change as far as tactics are concerned. All attempts now being made by the Pakistanis to hoodwink international agencies. Well, that's all that we could pack in this edition of This Is Exclusive. Coming up, trending with my colleague Rakshita.